Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and I'm going to talk about the books that I plan to read in September. So, per usual, my video is not up on the 1st of September. I doubt if it'll ever be up on the 1st of any month, but it's here. So first, I want to say that I apologize if the lighting changes. The weather all week is just on and off, kind of cloudy and rainy. So I just have to make do. So I apologize if the lighting isn't great or if it changes. Anywho, I don't always make a TBR. I didn't last month, but this month I am following along with a readathon on Instagram called Sequels in September. And I think it was created, oh my gosh. I think it was created by Morgan. I'll leave her information in the description box and all the prompts. But essentially, I have a ton of books on my shelves that are sequels. I'm trying to finish some series this year, so it was perfect for me. So I did write down all of the prompts. I think I'll read over them really quickly. They have points, but really the main point is to read sequels, and it lasts all September. The prompts we have are an unread sequel that's been on your TBR the longest. You read the previous book in 2019. You read the previous book in 2020. You reread the previous book. And then we have bonus, a book you already own, a book that's more than 400 pages, and a book that's more than 800 pages. Again, I will put it in the description, but really the point is to read sequels. So I chose a few of those. So for unread sequel that's been on your TBR the longest, I chose a behemoth, Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This is about 1,100 pages. I've owned this book, the first three in the Stormlight Archive. I'm gonna put this book down. I've owned this book, the first three books in the Stormlight Archive, for a few years, so it's definitely been on my TBR the longest. I read The Way of Kings last month, and I really did love it, and so I need to keep it pushing because I need to keep everything fresh in my mind. So I'm definitely, this is my definitely gonna get to this month. I definitely have some that are like, I'm definitely gonna read this month, and then a couple others that I hope to read this month. So that's the first one. Read the previous one in 2020. And for that I read the 5th season in June. When did I read the 5th season? I read the 5th season in July. So I'm gonna read The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. And how long is this? Oh yes, it's right under 400 pages, and I also hope to finish this series this year, a trilogy, but the 5th season was amazing, so I'm definitely going to read this one. Then I chose a book that's more than 400 pages, and for that, I have Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. Oh dear, dear, dear. So I read The Assassin's Apprentice Assassin's Apprentice. I keep adding the. And I think it's just Assassin's Apprentice. I think I read that in June, and I meant to read this in July, and then I meant to read it in August, and so I'm reading this in September. I have to read this in September. This is definitely over 400 pages. It's like almost 600. So definitely gonna get to that one. So those are my 3 faux show I must read in September, and whatever else I read is a bonus. So the other 3 books that I have picked out in addition to that are not fantasy. I always read a lot of fantasy, and in August reading The Way of Kings and reading Wrath, I was 1,000 pages and then almost 700 pages. My mind was just like burnt out on fantasy. So towards the end of the month I tried to read some shorter books, some novellas, sci-fi. I was like, I need to read some romance, something that's not fantasy. So I definitely this month I'm gonna read Take a Hint, Dani Brown. I just said definitely. Yeah. Take a Hint, Dani Brown. Adult contemporary romance. This is technically the sequel after Get a Life, Chloe Brown, but you don't have to read that one first. They're more like companions because this is about a different sister. So I'm definitely going to I need to stop saying that. I'm gonna try to read this one as a palate cleanser. Also, I made a list of books that I wanted to read in 2020, 20 books, and I read The Way of Kings last month. That was on my list, so I need to read at least one this month. So I'm going to continue with Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. I'm already 90 pages into it, and I just need to keep going. It's all wonky from my move. So I hope that I can read this one. I don't know what this is classified as. I don't know if this is just like literary fiction or contemporary. See, this might be historical fiction because it says it goes back to 1941, so we're gonna call it that, but it's not fantasy, so I want to finish this. And I also want to read Lovely War by Julie Berry, I believe. I think I put this on my July TBR, but when it came in from the library, I just hit delay a few weeks or months. So now it's back, but I put it on my Kindle this time. So I'm like, I need to get to it. I have like maybe 2 weeks left on the hold. Ooh, I need to check. So I need to get to that one because the premise, or what I've heard of it, sounds really good. And again, I need a palate cleanser. So I'm hoping to read those before I get into the fantasy, but who knows? I might read Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and be cleansed, and then start on Words of Radiance. Very intimidating, but those are my books. That's kind of it. That doesn't seem like a lot of books, but I mean, Words of Radiance is 1,100 pages, Royal Assassin's almost 600 pages, so I just need to be more kind to myself. The beginning of the year, I was reading a lot more books per month, but now I've got classes, I've just got other things going on. So if I get 6 books in a month, and one of those books is over 1,000 pages, I think I'm doing pretty good. So I'm pretty excited about that. I did complete one series last month, which I need to film my wrap up. Oh my gosh. But I'm working on getting those series finished, and this is going to help me. Although Words of Radiance is the second, and that series isn't finished, but the 4th one comes out in November, which I'm trying to stay on top of so I can read that one when it comes out. The Broken Earth trilogy is finished, and I do have the 3rd book. So hopefully I love the Obelisk Gate, and I can go into the Stone Sky soon after that. And then Royal Assassin, I do not have the 3rd book. I mean, that's the first trilogy in Robin Hobb's world, the World of the Elderlings, is that what it's called? And I need to order that book so that I can finish it this year. So I probably should go order that pretty soon because it'll probably take a month to get here. But yeah, those are the books that I am planning to read in September. And I know the library will betray me and about 8 books will come in all in one day. Actually, it's partially the library playing me and me playing myself, because I'm like, oh, delay 7 days. And then it comes back and I'm like, what? Why is this back? Like, I didn't choose when it was coming back to me. So it's really just a mess. And I try to keep up. I try to keep up with library books, but when I know I'm not gonna get to it, I'm like, I need to delay that. So I'm sure I'll be getting some of those in as well. And then I'm already thinking about some spooky reads for October. If you've made it this far, do you have any bookish goals to complete before the end of the year? Like any book that you must read or any series you wanna finish? I have a whole bunch and I have some videos on those, but really I'm just trying to, as long as I just keep reading and enjoying what I'm reading, then I'm winning. I hope you're taking care of yourself and wearing your mask and washing your mask and moisturizing and wearing sunscreen, drinking water, all those great things, finding something that brings you joy in this chaotic existence that we are in right now. And thank you for watching. I hope you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. All my social media is down in the comments. Any link to any of the books that I mentioned is in the comments, or I'm in my description. The description box is full of stuff, so just go look there, okay? Thanks for watching, bye. So I just gotta make do. Oh my gosh.